Dear students, today we'll discuss quadratic trend or parabolic trend. In last class, we discussed straight line trend or another name is linear trend. And the equation for linear trend was y is equal to a plus bx, where a and b are two constant values. And to get them, we solved two normal equations, that is summation y is equal to na plus b summation x and summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. And here x values are taken in such a way that where summation x is equal to 0. So summation x becomes 0 here. So we take x values in such a way, and when we put this summation x is equal to 0 in the equation, we get by first equation a is equal to summation y divided by n, where by second equation we get b is equal to summation xy divided by summation x square. So when summation x is 0, b into summation x, that is 0, becomes 0. So summation y is equal to na. So a is equal to summation y by n, that is the average of given values. Whereas b, so here summation x is 0 into a is 0. So summation xy is equal to b summation x square. So we get b is equal to summation xy divided by summation x square. This is the rate of increase. So it tells whether we get increasing trend or decreasing trend. And in the same way, we have a equation for quadratic trend, that is y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. So if you read this, this is similar to the straight line trend, a plus bx and one more, that is cx square, and where a, b and c are three constant value in parabolic trend. And here x again we take in such a way where summation x becomes 0 as well as summation x cube also becomes 0. So summation x is also 0, summation x cube is also 0. And to get these three constant value a, b and c, we solve three normal equations, and they are summation y is equal to na plus b summation x, which is similar to the first equation of straight line trend, plus c summation x square. Then summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square plus c summation x cube. So this much is similar to the second equation of the straight line trend. And now third equation, summation x square y is equal to a summation x square plus b summation x cube plus c summation x raised to 4. So it is a simple technique they have used here. So if you remember that, you can write the equation very easily. So summation y, summation xy and summation x square y. And here na, a summation x, a summation x square, and b summation x, b summation x square and b summation x cube. And also here c summation x square, x cube and c summation x raised to 4. So it is very simple. If you apply that technique, you can write the equations. Okay. Now how to solve them? So by putting the summation x and summation x cube is equal to 0 in these equations. So first equation, second equation and third equation. So first I will take a second equation where summation x and summation x cube Both are there where they are 0. So A into 0 is 0 and C into 0 is 0. So we finally left from equation 2, we get summation xy is equal to b summation x square, where it becomes b is equal to summation xy divided by summation x square. So this is the rate of increase. Now let's solve first and third equation. So here summation x is there and here summation x cube. So by this equation, from equation 1 and 3 we get, so this become summation y is equal to na plus this becomes 0, so c summation x square from the first equation. Then third equation, summation x square y is equal to a summation x square plus b summation x cube becomes 0, c summation x raised to 4. By solving these two equations simultaneously, we get a and c value. Okay, so b value we get directly from the equation 2, and by solving equation 1 and 3 we get a and c values. Okay, let us discuss them and identify a, b, c values by solving the problem now. I've taken a problem where years and sales in thousands are given, and here it is a special problem because we have a even number of years here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 years we have, and again the gap between two time period is 5 years. So 1990, 1995, 2000, 2005, 2010 and 2015. And also they asked to find the trend value for the year 2020. Okay, and here we have to take first x column. So how to take x column, how to find x values here? So as we discussed, to get the x values in a straight line trend, in the similar way here, first take the average of these 6 years. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 years we have, and middle year 2000 and 2005. 2 years we get. So the average year will be 2002.5. 2002.5. Now the formula to get x value, so year minus average year divided by the width of the class. So I will see if I put name here y1, y0, y1, y2. So y0 or yn minus average year divided by width. I will put c here and into 2. So yn 1990 minus 2002.5 divided by width is 5 years into 2. So the answer will be 1990 minus 2002.5 is 12.5. 12.5 divided by 5 into 2. So 12.5 into 2 is 25 divided by 5. If we divide it by 5, we get minus 5. Since here 1990 minus 2002.5. So we get here minus 5. So x value for the year 1990 is minus 5. In the same way, for the second year 1995 minus 2002.5 divided by width 5 into 2. So we get 1995 minus 2002.5, 7.5. That is minus 7.5 into 2 divided by 5. So we get here minus 3. So minus 3. And next here 2000 minus 2002.5 is 2.5 divided by 5 into 2. So it becomes minus 1. And 2005 minus 2002.5 is a plus 2.5. Into 2 is 5. Divided by 5 we get plus 1. In the similar way for the year 2010 we get plus 3, and for 2015 plus 5. So minus 5 plus 3, minus 5 minus 3 minus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5. The total is 0. So we have taken the x values where the total becomes 0. Now let us calculate next columns we need. So we need x square. So minus 5 square is 25. Minus 3 square is 9. Minus 1 square is 1. Plus 1 square is 1. Plus 3 square is 9. And 5 square is 25. In the same way, next column, x cube. So here, remember, x cube, when we get cube values of a minus number, negative number, we get negative value here. So minus 5 into minus 5 plus 25. Plus 25 into minus 5, minus 125. Next, minus 27. Minus 1 plus 1 plus 27 plus 125, and the total of this column is 0. So as we discussed the conditions of a parabolic trend, summation x is 0, summation x cube is 0. Both column we got 0 here. And next column we need is x raised to 4. So x raised to 4. So 5 into 25 into 5, 125 into 5, 625. Next 27, 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27, 27 into 3, 81. And here 1, 81, 625 we get. X raised to 4 column. And next column we need is x and y. So x cells are nothing but y here, and x column 16 into minus 5 is minus 80, and next 20 into minus 3 is minus 60. Then 18 into minus 1, minus 18. 15 into 1, 15. 18 into 3, 54. Then 21 into 5, 105. And the last column we need is x square y. So x square column already we have calculated here. So just multiply that column with y column. So here we get 16 into 25, 400. Next 20 into 9, 180. Next 18 into 1 we get 18. Then 15 into 1 we get 15. Then 18 into 9, 162. Then 21 into 25, 525, and the total of this column is 1290. In the similar way, total of XY column so we get plus 16. The total of X column is plus 16. Similarly, 625 plus 8. $1,414 and 70. $108. Okay, so here we got the total finally, and let us solve the equations. So first, they asked here to find or estimate the value for 2020. The equation for quadratic trend is y is equal to a plus b plus bx plus cx square, and the three normal equations are: first, summation y is equal to na plus b summation x plus c summation x square, and summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square plus c summation x raised to 3. Then summation x square y is equal to a summation x square plus b summation x cube plus c summation x raised to 4. Where when summation x is equal to 0 and summation x cube is equal to 0, we get, so when these both value summation x and summation x cube are 0, and when we put the values in these equation, we get, so first I will write from the equation 2, from 2 we get, that is summation xy. Summation xy is 16. 16 is equal to summation x is 0, so this will become 0, and summation x cube is 0, and this also will become 0. B summation x square. So summation x square is 70. So 70b. Therefore, b is equal to 16 divided by 70 is equal to 0.228. So approximately b is equal to 0.23. So b is 0.23. Next, from the first and third equation. So from equation 1 and 3 we get, so here summation x is 0, so b becomes 0, and here summation x cube is 0, so here also b becomes 0. So what is left here? Summation y. Summation y is 108. 108 is equal to NA. So N is number of years. So here they have given 6 years. So N is 6. 6A plus. So B becomes 0. Leave it. C summation x square. So summation x square is 70. So 70C. So we will rename it as a fourth equation. Then third equation, summation x square y. X square y is 1290. So 1290 is equal to a summation x square. So summation x square is 70. So 70a plus b becomes 0. C summation x raised to 4. So x raised to 4 is 1414. So 1414C. So I will rename it as a fifth equation. So now here we need to cancel either A or C. So we have to take the equation in such a way that any one of them we should cancel here. So how to cancel them? Cancel here we have to check whether value of A or value of C, either they are there in the table of these numbers here, common value. So here 6, in 6 table 70 is not there, so there is no common value here, and even 1414 is not there in the table of 70. So in such cases, just to cross multiply. So multiply the equation 4 by 70 and equation 5 by 6. So multiply entire equation 4 by 70 and entire equation 5 by 6 here. So we get common number to cancel them. So first 108 into 70, we get 7560 is equal to 6 into 70 is 420A plus 70 into 70 4900C. Then fifth equation by 6. So 1290 into 6 is 7740 is equal to 70 into 6 is 420A plus 1414 into 6 is 8484C. Okay, so now we can cancel A here. 420 will get cancelled, and the equation minus. So 7740 minus 7560, we get here minus 180 is equal to 8484 minus 4900 is equal to minus 3584C. Now minus will get cancelled. So 180 divided by 3584 is the value of C. So 180 divided by 3584 is equal to 0.05022, approximately is equal to 0.05 is the value of C. So value of C is 0.05. Okay, so here important task is to cancel either A or C. So if you cancel any one value, you get another value. With help of that value, by putting that value in any of these two equations, we will get another value. So here we got C value. With help of a C value, we can identify A value here. Okay, and now I will rub this equation here. So by putting C in equation 4, we get A. So 108 is equal to 6A plus 70 into 0.05. So it becomes 108 is equal to 6A plus 70 into 0.05 is equal to 3.5. So when we send this opposite side, so it becomes 6A is equal to 108 minus 3.5. So A is equal to 108 minus 3.5 is 104.5 divided by 6. So we get A is equal to 17.417, approximately is equal to 17.42. So value of A is 17.42, whereas value of C is 0.5 and value of B is 0.23. By putting these three values in equation y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square, we can identify all the trend values, and also we can estimate for the future value, that is 2020 or even for 2025, 2030, whatever. Okay, so let us put them in the equation here. So I will write here a is equal to 17.42, b is equal to 0.23, and c is equal to 0.05. Okay, and here again b is the growth rate and b is the positive elements. We have a increasing trend. Now put them here in the equation. Y is equal to 17.42 plus 0.23 x plus 0.05 x square. So this is the parabolic trend equation. Now they are asked to find the value for 2020. So x value for 2020. So 2020, what will be the x value? So average year is 2002.5. So 2020 minus 2002.5 divided by 5 width into 2, we get 7. So x value for year 2020 is 7. So y 2020 is equal to 17.42 plus 0.23 into 7 plus 0.05 into 7 square. 0.05 into 7 square. So y 2020 is 17.42 plus 0.23 into 7, that is 1.61, plus 7 square. First we have to square the x value. So 7 square is 49 into 0.05 is 2.45. So 2.45 plus 1.61, 17.42 plus 1.61 2.45 is y 2020 is equal to 21.48. So the sales for the year 2020 is 21.48 thousands. So this is how we can identify the trend value. And remember here, this question, not this type of questions will be asked in parabolic trend for 10 marks. So parabolic trend will be asked for 10 marks, and here not necessary to identify all the trend value unless they ask, and surely they will ask to identify or estimate for the future year. And remember, future year, the gap will be the same as here. So here the time gap is 5 years, and most of the time the time gap will be 1 year only. So 1990, 1991, 1992, like that they will give. And so when estimating for the future year, see the time gap there, or else use the formula which I have given today. So it will become easy to identify x value for the future year. Okay, and not to estimate any trend values here unless they ask, and again not to draw the graph here. Okay, so here we completed the quadratic trend. So first x values and x square values, x cube, x4, xy and x raised to y, putting them in 3 normal equations. we can identify A, B and C values, where we can get B value directly and A and C value by solving simultaneous equation. We can identify A and C value, and by putting all A, B, C in the equation, parabolic equation, we can identify any trend value, and even we can estimate for the future years also. So here we complete the parabolic trend. In the next class, we will discuss exponential trend, or another name for that is logarithmic